What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Lobo Nation is on Jack FM. KOOI, Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show.
Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Well, good evening, Longview Lobo Nation. Welcome to round 2 of the state playoffs. I'm Harlan, the sports guy, along with my partner, Pigskin Bob. Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
And the star of the John King Coaches Show, John King. How are you, Coach?
I'm good. Good. How are y'all doing?
Doing
Fantastic.
great.
You look good.
Feeling good.
Bob's sporting some Lobo gear.
Yeah, he is.
Looks good.
I got my Winona.
Make you look good.
I got my Winona on.
Looks good.
Right?
Keelan Kincaid. There you go.
Someone's got to love them Wildcats this time of year.
Somebody's got to.
That's right. That's right. This is the John King Coaches Show on your home for Longview Lobo football, Jack FM. It's brought to you by Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler Dodge, Jeep Ram, Buick Fiat. Coach, first round of the playoffs, we thought Porter was going to put up more of a fight. But once again, your defense and that steady offense took the life out of them.
Yeah, we got the ball to start the game and went out and stalled on our drive. We got a penalty that pushed us back behind the sticks and had to throw the ball away on third down due to pressure. And then our defense takes the field. Willie Nelson gets us a pick six, and then everything kicks in gear. And we played well on both sides of the ball after that. Had big plays in the throwing game. Ran the ball effectively and built a very comfortable lead at halftime and emptied the benches. Got them all in the game, and everybody got to experience the Texas high school playoffs. It was a nice win at Lobo Stadium.
And from my understanding, your twos did a pretty good job.
They did. They came in and got after it. Our goal going in was to go out and take control of the game and not give those guys life and not let them hang around and feel like they had a chance to beat us. We needed to go take it to them, and we did that and got them in the game. And our twos played most of the second half and moved the ball. We kicked we had a field goal and a touchdown, and I think we had a turnover. We fumbled the ball away, but other than that, they played pretty good.
I'm reminded of Mike Tyson's famous quote, everyone has a game plan until they get punched in the mouth. And that's what you see in games like this. They came into that game playing pretty good football, had a pretty good record, and let's go play Longview and let's show them something, and let's get up there and get after them, and we got a good game plan, guys. And then it just falls apart quick.
Yeah, it happened in a hurry. I don't know if they'd seen that type of speed and physicality all year. With them coming off the big district win over Barbers Hill last week of the season, you're thinking, my gosh, these guys are catching fire at the right time because their quarterback was effective. They had a couple of skilled guys that would scare you if they got loose. And our defense did a great job stopping the triple option and making them throw the ball, which is something that they're not strong at doing. So kind of took them out of their game plan. And, just proud of how our kids played and took it to them. And tell you what's funny, it amazes me, it's talking to the coach, make sure everybody's taken care of, had enough room. How was your trip? Well, what is it, about a 3-hour drive from Porter to Longview?
Easy, yeah.
All these other coaches you talk to, like, we stopped at such and such place kind of to break the trip up. I'm thinking, it's a 3-hour drive. You're going to stop and break that up? We drive that every weekend.
Yeah.
So our kids are used to traveling. I guess it's just comes with the territory. But for some, they hadn't had to get out of their little circle down there.
Right.
And our kids are used to going wherever. So
well, and after the game, we didn't help them any because we were dogging them all the way home. Yeah, for you folks listening on your way home, Longview beat your butt. Just on purpose.
I can't imagine you two doing something like that.
Yeah. As long as you're driving home, I want you to feel the sting of what happened tonight.
I hope you get to do that again tonight. So, yeah, it'll be a big one tonight. But, yeah, it was a good win. You never know week one playoffs is like when you first get in the season.
Yeah. There was some upsets last week in some of the other classes, but – yeah, you never know. I see that you got your statue.
Yeah.
The who was
Lobo
it?
sculpture.
The Maleys.
Yep.
Won it in the raffle,
They
and
did.
you wanted it donated for the players, and they did that.
Yeah. Well, I talked to Ann Hugman. she had asked about, selling the raffle tickets at the home game. So, yeah, we'd take care of you. I told her, I said, I'm going to buy some. I sure hope I win it. And if I don't, whoever wins it, I sure hope they'll give it to the Lobos.
Right. Yeah, we put some money in on that deal.
It's a neat deal, that Lobo sculpture. But we got a spot we put it in the Lobo Den for now, and we're going to get it a special home. I've ordered some stuff so we can be able to get it around 600 pounds. Not like you just going to pick it up, move it around, and for sure we don't want to down.
That's like Harlan and Bob moving them around at the same time.
It's one in each hand.
We would have brought it back to the radio station like we do all the pep rally spirit sticks.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so keep an eye on it.
Yeah,
because you never know.
If it comes up missing, I know
you'll see it here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do. We host pep rallies, and then after the pep rally, we usually find a way to steal the spirit stick.
Get something. Yeah,
we've got about 25.
Well, you got to have a little.
And they're walking around going, "Whatever happened to our spirit stick? That was nice."
I think Longview was a volleyball.
Was it?
Yeah.
I
think
I think Shaka's going to want to get that ball back.
I'm sorry I said that.
But tell Shaka this, because my daughter plays for her
wrecking crew
team. So in effect, it's just kind of helping the future of the wrecking crew.
Helping the wrecking crew.
Yeah, but it was a really nice volleyball.
Was it?
Now it's in my backyard.
Is it the official volleyball of the state tournament?
Yes.
All right. Before we wrap up this section, Coach, talk about this week in practice. First, did you come out of the game healthy? Everybody okay? And how was your week of practice?
Yeah, we came out healthy, and I think we had a pretty good week of practice. We've been at it 16 weeks, and we kind of change things up as we go through the year. So, I mean, we got some good on good work in, and then shorten up practice in other areas. I mean, there's only so many blows your body can take, and by no means is it saying that we're complacent or that we're perfect, but just sometimes kids get worn out doing the same thing over and over and over again, so kind of keep them fresh and liven it up. We just changed a few things and got in good work.
Do you still do the Wild Bunch?
Oh, yeah.
Tell everybody who doesn't know about what the Wild Bunch is.
Wild Bunch is going to be on bus 3, but that's our JV kids that service us in practice that likely will not get in a game unless we're beating somebody half 100. So, but we ask them to be at practice, but we're going to travel them to the games with us because I want them to have that playoff experience. And they'll go dressed. Uh-huh. They won't go and change in the locker room like the varsity. They'll go dressed, and we get there. They eat them a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and then we throw a football out there and let them play a little Lobo ball.
Right.
They run around out on the field playing ball for about an hour and having a good time.
And sometimes the opposing coaches think that's the Lobos.
You do that on purpose.
Yeah, they think, hey, what are they doing?
It's backyard ball, but my boys love playing Lobo ball.
Or they'll look at them and say, well, they're not that big.
Yeah. Look, I think I can handle that kid.
That's a Wild Bunch, boys.
They don't look very disciplined.
And it's also it's important because, one, you need people to practice against during the week, and it gives them motivation. You're taken from a JV kid to get. If I was on a team that would go deep in the playoffs, heck yeah, I'd show up every week and work out so that I can get dressed and go on the road game and go, jackhammer around before the game.
Well, I mean, they're going to get the same perks everybody else.
Yeah.
They're going to get to travel. We're going to feed them, take care of them, give them playoff hoodies, give them beanies. We won state in 18. They all got a ring.
Yeah. They're part of the team. Absolutely they are. You need
unsung heroes of the team.
Yeah, they're not just tackling dummies.
Well,
sometimes. but what
they're
we
tackling dummies that get Chick-fil-A. Okay, it's better.
Well fed.
What we do as well is take them on Mondays and Tuesdays after we finish practice with the varsity. We take the Wild Bunch and we scrimmage. Go for about 30 minutes. And go out there and just kind of evaluate them, and it's an opportunity to get more practice with your kids.
There you go.
And we've found some diamonds in the rough doing that. So it's
always looking, aren't you?
Yes, yeah, we are. It's kind of like colleges when they go to bowl practice. You get extra practice with their kids, you get to evaluate your kids, and particularly younger guys.
By the way, if Georgia Tech wins this game this weekend against Syracuse, they'll make a bowl game, won't they?
They'll be bowl eligible.
And we'll get to watch Haynes in a bowl game.
I sure hope they can.
All right, let's get ready. We got Frisco Reedy next up. Coach, have you heard of them?
Yes, I have.
Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk about them for tonight's opponent in the second round of the playoffs on your home for Longview Lobo football. 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Harlan, the sports guy, Pigskin Bob, back on the John King Coaches Show with head coach John King. It's presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, and Fiat. And coach, second round of the playoffs. Sometimes you get a nice 59-7 game in the first round to get tuned up, but rarely do you get a tune-up game in the second round. This is when there's no turkeys after Thanksgiving, but there ain't a whole lot of cupcakes the week before Thanksgiving either.
No, and
write that down, Bob.
I've never heard it before.
There's no cupcakes the week before Thanksgiving.
Week before Thanksgiving. Well,
yeah. Hopefully we can never hear it again. Go ahead.
Last week you typically don't get that. We've had tougher matchups in the first round, of course, but round 2 is going to be difficult, and a lot of that depends on where you're seated and what you draw. So we're seeded 1, and who we draw out of the next one. We got the 2 seed out of 8-5A, and they beat the 3 seed out of whatever the other 6-5A, or so, whatever it is. Yeah, 6 and 5. Yeah, I got to get them straight. But anyway, Frisco Reedy just dominated Carrollton Newman Smith, and they're 10-1, just like us. They lost district ball game to Lone Star, I think, around fourth week of the season.
Week 3, I believe.
Yeah, and they lost 38-35 is the only loss, and they pretty much dominated everybody else since then. They were a 12-1 team last year, a team that we thought we could catch in the 4th round, but Timberview beat them. And, of course, we played Timberview, but they've had a couple of good runs back-to-back. Chad Cole's been the head coach there for a while, does a great job. They're not your typical Metroplex team. because they're going to line up and try to run the ball. Most of what you see coming from the Metroplex nowadays are teams that want to spread it and throw it. But they'll condense the formation, get a couple of tight ends, and try to pound the ball at you. You got a huge offensive line. They do it with. They play 2 quarterbacks.
Tackles are 6'5" each.
6'5" tackles.
One of the guards,
got a guard.
Division I.
Going to Tennessee. Yeah. And then defensively, they're 4-2-5, and they'll play some odd front stuff. But their 2 linebackers jump off the tape at you. They're fast and physical. Couple of corners that are real good. They're going to play a lot of man, so they're not overly complicated schematically, but they just sound in what they do.
And you already hit on it, but I wanted to roll back around on this. What people listening to the game tonight? What are some of the names they're going to hear and their skill players that really jump off the page? They got the 2-headed quarterback scheme.
I don't have the roster in front of me. I hope they hear the Lobo names. So that's the ones I'm hoping to hear. But
Tristan Airy, they're running back.
Yeah, I don't have the roster in front of me. I forget all. I just remember numbers. I've been doing it so long. Heck, I can't remember all the names. Dennis Wilson, our scout, could tell you their name, their shoe size, their school ID number. He knows everything about them. So, but no,
we had our fake coach last year, not this year, but last year he didn't know any of his own players' names. Yeah. He just knew their numbers.
Even his kid,
even his own son. And my boy, 43.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I've seen that before.
Right? Oh yeah.
Who is that?
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's 17. That's my boy.
Yeah.
And he goes, I was a 17, and his grandpappy was a 17.
Ethan Harrison is 17.
How about 17 for us? That's right. He had a good game last week.
All right, had a good game.
Here's the book on the Frisco schools, because obviously in the last 20 years that place is blown up, and opening schools every year. They're all real good, or a lot of them are real good. None of them are great. But I also want to ask it this way: do you kind of in the back of your head think the future might be in Frisco, Texas, and they might have 6 or 7 teams that are great as time rolls on? The way that's building and exploding, and it's interesting, isn't it?
It is. I don't know if you can have that many great schools. You look at what happened in Katy. Katy High, the Tigers have been the class of the bunch for a long time. And Katy Pato come on. They won it a few years back, and they've kind of leveled off. You've got Katy Cinco Ranch, whatever, had a good year, a good run. They've kind of leveled off. It's just hard to sustain that, particularly when you got so many schools and you water it down.
Coach Hook is looking over your shoulder. Right?
Yeah.
Old Gordon Woolley.
How about old Gordon?
Yes.
There he is.
Soapy's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express.
Hot Dog Express. State championship with some mustard this year.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
State championship with mustard. Absolutely. And coming by to say hi. And he's dealing with some health issues, so keep old Gordo in your thoughts and prayers. Finish your thought.
But anyway, it's hard when you got that many schools. They've got 3 or 4 schools that are really good in football. They got 3 or 4 that are really good in other things. They've got swim, they got baseball, they've got all the golf, and they're really good at
Olympic sports.
Olympics, whatever you want to call them. But it's just hard to do that in football. With having that many schools, they're going to have 3 or 4 that are going to be really good.
Yeah,
it's all about your zoning and stuff like that. But
can 1 or 2 of them become great?
No, I think so.
Because I don't think
too good of a location.
That's what I think too.
You got a chance. You got facilities. You got housing. You've got location for jobs. People moving in there.
Excitement.
You look at San Antonio ISD. They've had a couple of good schools, but they ain't all been good. And Houston, like I was mentioned with Katy.
Yep.
It's just hard to do, but
that's the beauty of Longview is everything seems to funnel in. All of these great little athletes from East Texas seem to come here.
Well, most of them are born and bred Longview,
right?
And their parents are from here, and I don't know how many move-ins we get. We got a lot more move-outs. We have move-ins, but some move back, but it's going to be a great place to coach for many, many years.
And you got a big new statue now for all the players to touch on their way out onto the field.
Mm-hmm.
That would be exciting.
It better bring magic. What I told them, and they said, "What happens if it doesn't bring the magic?" I said, "Well, it's going to turn into firewood."
Mighty expensive piece
Winning's
of firewood.
more important. No,
It'll be the centerpiece of the next bonfire.
Yes.
Yeah, if you the day you debut it, you go out there and you lose to Marshall or some crazy thing.
Bye-bye.
Maylee, Robin, Michael, you want to come get this? This is no good. We're going to need something else.
That's a special gift, but I do appreciate it.
Or Bob,
nice.
well, Bob and I'll steal it and get it out of there if you need
We
it.
have to cut a deal.
It probably weighs too much for us to really.
You have to hire it done.
Okay.
Get Johnny to come pick it up in his red truck.
Right. Well, good luck tonight, Coach. And let's real quick before we finish next week, if we can somehow manage a victory tonight.
When we win, we'll play Friday next week.
At where?
Frisco.
At Frisco. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it'll be between who and who?
Lancaster and Frisco Wakeland.
You got any thoughts on which?
Hadn't looked at them, don't care.
Yeah.
All
Just
I'm worried
win
about
the game tonight.
Tonight, and we'll see. All I want is the Lobos to be playing.
Here's a new idea. Go 1-0 this week.
Good idea.
Do that.
I'm going to write that down.
Write that down, Coach. And there's no cupcakes the week before Thanksgiving. Tell the boys that tonight.
Make sure.
I thought we weren't going to hear that again.
It's the theme of tonight's Friday Night Scoreboard show.
I may not listen.
All
I
right.
hope the Yellow Jackets play well.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I have you on tape saying that you never listen to the Friday Night Scoreboard show. So
I lied.
that's John King. He's Pigskin Bob. I'm Harlan, the sports guy. We'll take a break on the Peters Chevrolet pregame show. Send it to Mesquite Memorial Stadium, where Brian and Johnny are ready to give you the call for tonight's second-round playoff game between Longview Lobos and Frisco Reedy on your home for Longview Lobo football. 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year. With Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And how about 1.9% financing for 36 months or a $3,000 discount on 2023 half-ton Silverados? So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-208-5959. That's 1-800-208-5959. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-208-5959. That's 1-800-208-5959.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at selectquote.com/commercials.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY on an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick, online at peterscars.net.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah! 106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School Football.
KOOY Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Also brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Longview Kilgore Cable TV, Sorey and Hoover Law Firm, Fish's RV Center, Longview Orthopedic Clinic, Christus Good Shepherd, Soapy's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express, Telco Plus Credit Union, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo Nation, it's time for Longview High School football on 106.5 Jack FM. Live from Mesquite Memorial Stadium, it's the Class 5A Division I Region II area playoff game. between the second-ranked Longview Lobos and the Frisco Reedy Lions. Good evening. I'm Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. Lobos of John King are the District 7 5A Division I champions. They ran their winning streak to 10 in a row with a 59-7 by-district win over Porter last Friday night. Frisco comes in under Chad Cole, 10-1. They finished second in District 6 5A Division I because of a point loss to Frisco Lone Star back in early September. They've won 8 in a row since then, including a 52-14 opening playoff win over Carrollton Newman Smith. It's Longview against Frisco Reedy. Johnny Vaughn, your thoughts before we get this thing kicked off?
I think Frisco is going to be a really good opponent for Longview, and they've got a lot of the same things we have. They run a couple of running backs. They alternate their quarterbacks. They got a huge offensive line. And basically, they've beaten everybody they played with one exception.
Longview won the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half, so they are kicking off. And John Monteveus is kicking from our left to our right. Lobos in their all green with the gold numerals, the green headgear. And Reedy looking like the Oakland Raiders or the Los Angeles Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders or whatever they are now. Reedy lets the kickoff go through the back of the end zone, and so they'll come out 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Offensively, they'll start with his center Jacob Shilson, the guards Jed Hanlon and Max Anderson, a 300-pounder who's headed to Tennessee. Noah Anconsola and Gavin Hebrew are the tackles. The quarterback will check because they alternate them. We expect to see Jake Ferner and then Tristan Airy at running back. They have an H-back lined up on the right side, and they will hand it off to Airy, and Airy will get nothing and like it. Dropped back behind the line of scrimmage by Brendan Reese, along with Javian Robertson. The receivers, Connor McGrath, Mason Easley, and Braylon Evans. Defensively, the Lobos at the front will have Billy Smith, Arian Harper, and Zarius Shepard. Linebackers are Jamerson Derensberg, Brendan Reese, Kaysen Brooks, and Chase Smith. Jaden Simmons and Javian Robertson are the corners. Quarterback rolls to his left, dumps it out at the 30-yard line to the 35, and knocked out of bounds is the receiver. Thomas Roll knocked him out. Receiver was number 9, Mason Easley, who caught 2 touchdown passes last week. It's a first down for Reedy on their opening drive. 11:14 to play in the first quarter. They'll hand it off this time to Airy. Airy gets a couple of yards to the left. Brandon Reese again making the stop after only a 2-yard gain out to the 38-yard line. 2nd down and 8 for Reedy. Ferner has thrown for 1,059 yards, 13 touchdowns, only 1 pick. Play action here. He steps up. He fires it deep over the middle. It's caught at the 35 to the 20 and down. A huge shot play of 45 yards.
Yeah, they ran a deep post route. He got behind the defensive backs for Longview. The perfect throw and big play for Reedy early.
Connor McGrath was the receiver on the play, ran a post. And so it's 1st and 10 for Reedy at the 20-yard line of Longview. They shift 3 wide receivers to the right side. And Ferner on 1st and 10, Lobo defensive line jumped on a hard clap, got back in time. Play clock down to 2, and a timeout is going to have to be taken by Frisco Reedy at 10:02 to play in the first quarter. So a big chunk play by Reedy gets them into the red zone, and they take a timeout to keep the play clock from getting away from them. Let's take that 30-second timeout with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Following the Reedy timeout, 1st and 10 at the Lobo 20-yard line. Man in motion to the left side, and quarterback will fake a draw and then dump a pass off in the left flat out to Airy, and Airy is blown up by Buda Garrett. A loss on that play.
Buda Garrett saw the play and made a great tackle out there, and really no gain for them.
They actually lost about a yard, so it's 2nd down and 11. From the 21-yard line of Longview. 3 wideouts to the right side. Ferner back to throw. Pressure up the middle. Now he's going to run. Escapes one tackle. Gets to the 15. Still going at the 10. Runs out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Gained 11 yards on the play. Will be really close to a first down. Let's see if they give it to him. They mark him just short. 3rd down. So we see the dual threat capabilities of Jake Ferner. We'll also see another quarterback, Braden Hernandez, tonight. They play them both just about equally. It's 3rd down and 1 now. They've got a power formation to the right. And Airy will take the handoff up the middle, and he'll fight to get to the 10-yard line. They'll give him the 8. And so he gets 3. It's going to be 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. And again, they've got one wide receiver out by himself to the short side of the field on the left, Mason Easley. And then a power formation. And again, a handoff. Khalil Smith this time fights to get to about the 5-yard line. Khalil Smith. Brooks made the tackle for Longview. It's 2nd down and goal from the 5. Handoff. Khalil Smith tries to get to the edge, fights to get to the goal line, stopped just short. Derensburg knocked him out of bounds. Just shy of the touchdown. It'll be inside the 1, and it'll be 3rd down. And they get right up to the line of scrimmage. Handoff, Smith up the middle, runs into a wall. He did not score. And a flag is down near the left sideline over by the numbers. So let's see what that's all about. That could be huge for Longview if it'd get a 5-yard penalty for him. As it is, it's 4th and goal. Reedy against the Longview defense. Now what's the flag? They just picked it up. It was a sideline warning. Okay. 4th and goal, Reedy. Handoff. Smith up the middle. Ran into a wall. Bounced it inside on a second effort and scored the touchdown. Khalil Smith.
Well, he was hit at the line of scrimmage, but then he was able to break the tackle and get in the end zone. And I think in this first series, you see the caliber of their offense.
About a 4-minute drive. And again, the big chunk play from Ferner, 45 yards to Connor McGrath. Now the extra point try by Jackson Runyon is good. And Longview trails Frisco Reedy with 7:55 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 the score. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. apply. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star, 2.9% for 72 months or 10% off MSRP. Ram heavy-duty trucks, the largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on.
Reedy drives at 75 yards with the opening kickoff. They get a 45-yard pass to Connor McGrath. That sets up a Khalil Smith 1-yard touchdown run. Reedy's up 7-0. Now they try the short kickoff. It's taken at the 25-yard line, bringing it back to the 40, 45. Ball fumbled out of bounds. Fortunately, it's Kelvin Washington.
Kelvin Washington who had the return.
So Washington was one of the up backs on a short kickoff, and he got it out to the 45-yard line, but then coughed it up. Fortunately, it went out of bounds. And so Longview now starts their drive with 7:49 to play in the first quarter. And they will be in great shape at their own 49-yard line. We'll check the lineup in just a moment. Taylor Tatum lines up to the left of Andrew Nutt and takes the handoff to the right side, and he'll get into Reedy territory at the 45-yard line for a gain of 7. Tavion Morgan is in center. The guards Jacoby Watts and Cedric Wrighton, Cameron Murray and Fernando Longoria are the tackles. The tight ends will rotate Cedric Mitchell and Tyreek Tennyson. The receivers DeKalen Reese, Ethan Harrison, and then Tutt, of course, at quarterback with Taylor Tatum, the running back. He is under center now. Tatum takes the sweep on the handoff, fumble, and the ball's loose, and Tatum managed to get on it and get on it almost at the first down stick. But that was almost near disaster for the Lobos.
We actually got a break as he fumbled it, and he was running and accidentally kicked it and rolled forward.
So Lobos keep the ball, and it's going to be only a yard shy of the first down at the 42. Defensively, Luca Arcatava, Caden Boston, and Cody Tabor on the defensive line, but they put 5 on the line this time. Handed off to Tatum. Tatum up the middle, still running at the 35, pushing the pile to the 30-yard line. 12 yards on the gain on 3rd down and 1 for Taylor Tatum. First down, Longview.
That's a great effort on the part of Taylor Tatum.
And they really stacked the box against the Lobos, and Tatum was not going to be denied. Linebackers are Carson Cole and Jackson Jennings on the outside. 2 really good inside linebackers, Andrew Sanchez and Khalil Smith, the man that scored the touchdown, plays both ways. Ball is at the 28-yard line. Quick pass out to the left side, incomplete, intended for Ethan Harrison. The corners, Seth Johnson and Josiah Fuchsa, and Cooper Claybo and Cade Hable are the safeties. 2nd down and 10. Lobos have the ball at the Reedy 27-yard line. 2 wide to the right side. 2 backs. And from the gun, Nutt pulls it, and he'll keep it, and he'll get the first down, and we'll get to about the 11-yard line. We'll see where they actually spot him, but that was a great zone read, and Nutt fooled everybody when he kept the ball and got it to the 13 for a gain of 15 yards and a first down, Longview.
That's a great play by Tutt as he pulled it out and went to the far side, turned it up the field, turned it into a really good play.
2 wide to the right side this time. Taylor Tatum goes in motion. Now he'll come back left side with a jet sweep. Gets to the edge, fights to get to around the 6-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. They can get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They can get to the 4-yard line, 3-yard line and get a first down. It's 2nd down and 4. Darrensburg checks in at tight end. They'll go with 2 tight ends now and a fullback as they put Tutt under center. Hand off to Taylor Tatum up the middle. Tatum knocked down at the 5-yard line. 3rd down and 1. Lobos trailing 7-0, but trying to answer here. They're actually at the 4-yard line. And it is 3rd down and 1. Darrensburg stays in that 2 tight end set. Harrison lined up tight to the right. And Tatum gets the ball, handoff up the middle, end zone, touchdown Longview. What an answer by the Longview Lobos.
Yeah, and I think that's a play that shows you just how powerful Tatum is, as they were jammed in on the defensive front. They made contact early, and he just drove them into the end zone.
51-yard drive. And Tatum with the 4-yard touchdown run, and now Monsivais will come in to try the extra point that will tie this game up. Snap is down, kick is up, and with the flag down, the kick is good. Now we'll see, Matt Houston's with us tonight helping spot, so finally there is one Houston up here who's not blind. And it's an offsides against Reedy, and the score's tied, 7 apiece. With 4:57 to play in the first quarter, you're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Longview with the kickoff. The ball is fumbled, and Longview recovers it in the end zone for the touchdown. And I can't even begin to tell you who recovered it.
Now, I was trying to see too, but
Matthew Houston believes it's number 42. Check that, 24, Jameis Morrow. The ball was kicked to the right hash. The return man grabbed it at the 5 and then immediately fumbled it. And then it was a scramble for the ball to the end zone, and Longview won the race. We're going to say Morrow with the recovered kick in the end zone for a touchdown, and the Lobos take a 14-7 lead on Monsivais' extra point. 4:46 to go in the first quarter, and what a turn. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Get $1,500 off MSRP for a new Jeep Wrangler or 15% off MSRP on a new Jeep Gladiator Sport. And shop new Wrangler, Gladiator, and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Black Friday sales event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Sudden change for the Lobos as they recover a fumbled kickoff return in the end zone. Jameis Morrow credited with the touchdown. Gives Longview a 14-7 lead. They kicked off. It went through the back of the end zone. And Reedy will take over with 4:46 to play in the first quarter. Now trailing 14-7. They'll start at their own 25-yard line. And they've got to be a little shell-shocked right now. They got 3 wide to the right side. They sent a man in motion to the near side. And then the quarterback's going to keep it on a zone read. And he's going to fight for a couple of yards, and that's going to be Braden Hernandez in there this time. Kason Brooks was the tackler. Hernandez rotates with Jake Ferner and has outstanding numbers as well. He's thrown for just under 1,000 yards. He's a 67% passer with 11 touchdowns and 2 picks. 2nd down and 7 from the 28. Play action. And Hernandez will keep it as he runs. He's flushed out of the pocket. Tackle from behind by Zarius Shepard at the 35-yard line. That's going to set him up with a 3rd down and 2 at the 33-yard line. Another dual threat quarterback. He can move. Not much difference between the two quarterbacks. They have a double wing formation. They hand it off right side. Airy taking it, sweeps right, and Kason Brooks throws him down for no gain.
And Longview's defense has stepped up in this series. That was really a nice play.
Kason Brooks just shot through the line of scrimmage and dropped Tristan Airy, and that's going to force a Reedy punt. Line of scrimmage is the 33. Jackson Runyon is back at his own 20. Willie Nelson is the punt return man. The ball's kicked away from him to the sidelines, which is smart. And it will not give Nelson a chance to return it. The ball goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. It's going to be a kick of 37 yards. And Longview will take over 1st and 10. With 3:03 left here in the first quarter, they're up 14 to 7. And they'll start at their own 32-yard line. 1st down and 10. 2 wide to the right side, hand off. I believe that's Tatum, who got to the 33. We'll see. Yep, Tatum did get up after a short gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Reedy's defense has only given up about 11 points a game. And they are going to load the box right here. 2 wide to the right side. They're in the gun. Nutt goes back to throw. Deep ball over the middle. Man open. Kelvin Washington. 25, 10, 5. Touchdown, Longview.
I got to tell you, you misjudge Kelvin Washington's speed unless you've seen him play enough. And that time they had man coverage on a deep post route, and he just ran by the safety.
68-yard touchdown pass. Andrew Tutt to Kelvin Washington. And Monsaveas comes on to try the extra point. And the Lobos about to score their 21st straight point in this ball game. They lead at 21-7 with 2:16 to go in the first quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And, of course, the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Longview's Monsaveas kicks off. After the 68-yard touchdown pass from Tuck to Kelvin Washington makes it 21-7 Longview. It goes through the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Reedy will start this drive with 2:16 to go in the first quarter and trailing 21-7. Lobos have scored 21 points in the span of about 2 minutes. Here come the Lions. They're in the all-white with the silver headgear. And they'll have two wideouts to the right side. And the handoff, this time another back in there, 40, 50, 45, 40. Buda Garrett finally drags him down at about the 31-yard line. Cade Hebel with the long run and another chunk play.
But he showed great speed, too, out there as he almost took that one all the way in.
Got him to the 34-yard line. That's going to be a 41-yard run. And now on 1st and 10, quarterback rolls out to his right, throws it underneath, caught and dropped at the 30-yard line. That was dropped by Braylon Evans. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 1:47 to play here in the first quarter. From the 34-yard line in Longview territory, Jake Ferner in at quarterback now, and Hebel in at running back, and three wideouts lined up to the right side. The ball's on the right hash mark. Ferner back to throw, steps up, deep ball, end zone, broken up. Double coverage for Longview, and great coverage by the Lobos. No chance for the receiver to make that grab. Thomas Roll was back there, as was Buda Garrett. 3rd down and 10. Reedy at the 34. 3 wide to the right side. It's the short side of the field. And now they'll send a man in motion to the near side. And play action and a quick pass out there on a wide receiver screen. Breaks a tackle and then gets dropped at the 35-yard line. Zarius Shepard shuts him down. Catch was made by Darren Dickerson, the tight end. No gain on the play. It's 4th down and 10 now. Lobo defense, since that opening drive, has really tightened it up. Reedy on 4th down. Send 2 wide receivers to the left. The ball's on the left hash mark. Have a lone wide receiver out by himself on the right side. Ferner will roll to his left, throws the ball. It's caught out of bounds at the 10-yard line on 4th down, so they'll turn the ball over on downs. That ball to Mason Easley just beyond the sideline marker.
It was close, but he jumped and came down out of bounds, and Longview's going to have the ball back.
Boy, this thing turned in a hurry, didn't it?
Absolutely.
A recovered kickoff return fumble in the end zone, then a bomb to Washington. And the Lobos start now with a 21-7 lead from their own 34-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Got to be Tatum. And Tatum's going to move the pile to about the 39-yard line. And he comes up limping just a little bit. Oh, he's not happy. I think he comes out limping just a bit. And he's very frustrated. He slams his helmet down, so he's hurting.
Yeah, that's...
That you don't want to see happen. And he is hopping around and favoring that right foot. That could be massive. We'll keep an eye on that as Longview now 2nd down and 4 from their own 39-yard line. This time Washington in the ball game. takes the handoff. Check that. That would be Mason Washington, not Kelvin. And he will take the ball and get the first down to the 46-yard line after a gain of 7. Lobos are awfully deep at running back, but you don't want to lose a Taylor Tatum.
No.
That's the last play of the first quarter. Longview 21, Frisco Reedy 7. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
First play of the second quarter, Longview up 21-7. They hand it off to Tatum, and he comes left. Tries to find running room, is bottled up and dropped for a yard loss, and he, again, hobbled off the field, favoring his right foot, his right ankle. Came back on for that play. Couldn't get to the edge. Now he comes out again. And it's 2nd down and 11. Play action. Tut back to throw. Deep ball. Man open. And it's broken up this time. D.K. Reese was the intended receiver. Seth Johnson had position on him and was able to bust that up.
Just a little bit underthrown.
3rd down and 11 now for the Lobos. And again, we will be keeping an eye on the status of Taylor Tatum to see if he comes back in this ball game. Right now, Mason Washington and Kelvin Washington are the backs. Kelvin's going to go into the slot to the right on 3rd down and 11 from the 45. Now they'll set up a screen left, and a great defensive play by Seth Johnson to blow that play up. It was set up to throw to Mason Washington out in the left flat, and Johnson was all over it, read it beautifully, and blew up the play for a loss back to the 41. So it's going to be 4th down and 15 now for the Lobos. Good defensive stand by Frisco Reedy. Monteveas comes on to punt.
We'll put pressure.
He punts it to the right side. It's a low end over end bouncer. It's going to bounce at the 23-yard line, and that's where it's going to be downed for a 38-yard punt by Monteveas. So with 10:34 to go in the first half, Lobos will have the ball, and they'll start at their own 23-yard line. And correction, Reedy will have the football on 1st and 10. And again, Braden Hernandez back in at quarterback as he and Ferner have rotated series. They're on the left hash. They've got 3 wideouts to the right, the far side of the field this time. Back to throw, pass over the middle. It's caught. And Braylon Evans made a nice grab on it, but was it incomplete? Did they rule it incomplete? Yes, I guess so. Looked like he had the catch, but he wasn't able to hang on to it. But he was open in the seam. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 now, back at the 23-yard line. Again, they'll send 3 wide out to the right. They've got 2 wide to the left. And Hernandez claps for the snap, fires a slant over the middle. It's incomplete. It was intended for Braylon Evans at around the 40-yard line, just wasn't there. And so now it's
thrown behind the intended receiver.
3rd down and 10 now, Reedy. And again, they'll come out 5 wide, 3 right, 2 left for Braden Hernandez on 3rd down and 10. Pressure coming from outside. He steps up. He's going to go down back at the 20-yard line. Believe that is Jamerson Derensburg who made the sack.
Derensburg was out wide, and he's got great speed. And actually, they've got the big offensive lineman, but they just couldn't pick him up, and so thus the play was made.
Lobo defense coming to play here in this second quarter. 9:49 to go, and now Reedy will punt it. Jackson Runyon back at his own 7-yard line. Some pressure in his face. He gets it off. Fair catch by Willie Nelson at the 46-yard line. It's a 35-yard punt. And the Lobos again with great field position. 9:39 to play here in the first half. They'll start at their own 46 on this drive. They lead at 21-7. They trailed 7-0. And then put up 3 touchdowns in the span of about 2 minutes. Mason Washington checks back in at running back. And Tatum's back in the game at tailback. On 1st and 10. Longview at their own 46-yard line. Handoff. Tatum breaks a tackle, surges forward, gets to the 45 at Reedy territory. That's a gain of 7 on the play. I don't know how much his speed's going to be affected, but his power doesn't seem to be gone.
No, he's exactly.
Lobos in Reedy territory now at the 48-yard line. They'll come out in the I formation, Tut under center. Tatum, the tailback, takes the handoff. Big hole up the middle, into the secondary, gets to the 35, down to around the 32-yard line. 16-yard gain for Taylor Tatum. First and 10 Lobos. 8:48 to play in the first half. 21-7 they lead. And again, they'll be in the eye with 2 tight ends. Handoff, Tatum, left side, 25, 20, 15, and down. Taylor Tatum with an 18-yard gain. Seth Johnson probably saved a touchdown.
You know, Taylor Tatum has been a difference in this for Longview at this point. I mean, they just are struggling to tackle him, even though he's had to limp off a couple of times.
And he's not in the game right now. Kelvin Washington is in at as a tailback now with a fullback, and Washington takes the handoff right up the middle, and he'll get to the 5-yard line, down to around the 4. Kelvin Washington with a 10-yard run. They just don't lose much when Kelvin Washington comes in at tailback.
Speed-wise, it's really close, but Kelvin's a little smaller than Taylor Tatum, but they're both great backs.
Well, Tatum's back in the game, the number 1 running back in the country. He's headed to Oklahoma, and it's 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. Tatum up the middle. He just walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Longview. Wow. Middle of the Longview offensive line blew a hole wide open. Four-yard score, and the Lobos quickly taking this thing by the throat. Monteveas comes in. He'll try the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is good. 28 unanswered points For the Longview Lobos, they lead at 28-7 over Frisco Reedy with 7:52 to go here in the first half. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
54-yard drive by the Longview Lobos. Taylor Tatum with a 16-yard run. That set up a 4-yard touchdown run by the star running back, who's going to be playing in the All-American game over the holidays. 7:52 to go in the first half, and Longview now with a commanding 28-7 lead. Didn't get off to that kind of start. Reedy put together a really impressive opening drive to take a 7-0 lead. And this looked like it was going to be a contest. And since then, it's been all Lobos. Monteveas kicks off. Taking it at the 10, bringing it out to the 15, to the 20, 25, 30, still running. Out of bounds. Around the 38-yard line. Kickoff return by number 16, Joshua Fuchsa. $7:43 to play. First half. Reedy at their own 36. And a snap to the quarterback. He'll run a sweep and get dropped. No gain on the play. Tackle was made by Bryce Fuller. And also in on the stop was Chase Smith. No gain on the play. Second down and 10 from the 36. They bunch three wide receivers to the left this time, have a lone wide receiver to the right. They send the running back, Airy, in motion out to the left, and they throw a screen underneath. He gets a block. He'll get the first down, and that's Connor McGrath on a well-designed screen pass. And Javian Robertson made the tackle, but not before Reedy was able to pick up the first down. Ball's now out at the 47-yard line of Frisco Reedy on 1st and 10. 6:48 to play in the first half. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll check in with Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob, preview the Friday night scoreboard show that you can hear on Kicks 105.7. Now a quick pass out to the left side to Airy. Airy will run out of bounds in Lobo territory at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5 yards on the play. Second down and 5. Tonight's ball game brought to you in part by Longview Kilgore Cable, Sorry and Hoover Law Firm, Eastman Credit Union, Telco Plus Credit Union, Bish's RV, East Texas Professional Credit Union. On 2nd and 5, power formation this time. Handoff right up the middle, and a burst to the 44-yard line by Cade Hebel. And Chase Smith was able to stop him just a yard shy of that first down marker. Other sponsors of tonight's ball game: Peters Automotive Group, Christus Medical Center, Soapy's Car Wash, Clean Cut Roofing, and GZ Restaurant and Sushi Bar. 3rd down and 1. Ball is at the 44-yard line. Left hash. Handoff, left side, Khalil Smith. Gets short yardage, ball came out. Let's see who came up with it. Looks like Frisco Reedy's going to be able to hold on to it. It was recovered by Darren Dickerson. And now it's going to be 4th down and 1. They actually lost about a half a yard on the play because of the turnover, or the near turnover. 4th down and a little over 1 to go. Lobos facing a power formation Handoff, Khalil Smith. This time gets a lead block, gets to the 35, to the 30. Finally gets knocked down out there. That tackle made by Chase Smith, but a big first down for Frisco Reedy. Gets him to the 30 for 15 yards. 1st and 10. Reedy with 5:08 to play in the first half. Now they have the 3 wide receivers stacked on the right side and an official timeout. And not quite sure what that was all about, but there is timeout on the field, so let's take a 30-second timeout with them. 28-7, Longview leads Frisco Reedy with 4:58 to go. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Back after the official timeout with 4:40 to play here in the first half. Reedy has the ball 1st and 10, and they've got a double wing formation with a lone wide receiver out to the right. They'll hand it off right up the middle for a short gain to around the 27-yard line. Chase Smith makes the stop as Cade Hebel again carries it for a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7. Reedy trying to stop the bleeding here. They've given up 28 unanswered points. They'll send 3 wideouts to the right this time. Ferner with a hard clap. Now he'll check the left sideline to get the offensive call. And now he's back to throw. Lots of time. Deep ball, end zone. It's broken up. Buda Garrett. Again, doing a great job on coverage out there. It was Connor McGrath who was the intended receiver in the corner of the end zone, double covered.
I just think that they're not used to this kind of speed that Longview has in the secondary. They try to get the ball up deep and behind the defensive backs, but Longview's guys are so fast, they came from so far away, and they're just struggling to make plays against Longview's defense.
On 3rd down, it's a 5-wide set, and then the quarterback goes down. He sacked back there. And that is Zarius Shepard one more time. We were worried about the size of the Frisco Reedy offensive line, but just like you said, the speed of the secondary, I don't think the Reedy offensive line has seen the kind of speed that Longview can throw at them at all 3 levels of the defense.
Yeah, and not only does the defensive line got speed, but they're also very strong, and it's pretty amazing.
4th down and 11 now. Back to throw. Ferner pressured out of the pocket. Now he's got room to run, and he runs a mile. He gets to the 15, down to around the 13-yard line for a first down after a 19-yard gain. Lobos had all the receivers covered, but boy, they left a lot of green for Ferner to run for 16 yards. And now it's 1st and 10 for Reedy at the Longview 15. 3 wide to the left side. Play action. Ferner with a man in his face throws it into the end zone. It's intercepted.
No.
Did he not break it up?
No.
He did intercept it. All right. And that is number 6. It's Willie Nelson. Headed to Oklahoma State. He threw it up there, and Willie Nelson was in coverage in the corner and picked it off.
I said no because of the pass. I said, man, you don't throw in the corner against Willie Nelson and think you're going to get away with it.
Willie Nelson's having quite a playoff run. Had a pick 6 last week. And so Longview again with another turnover with 2:38 to play here in the first half. And this time they'll hand it off. And coming right, Taylor Tatum. Tatum will get across the 26 with 2:23 to play. Going to be second down and 4. Lobos have the ball, 28-7 the score. Longview on top, 2:12 to play in the first half. I formation this time, 2 tight ends. They'll hand it off to the tailback, Tatum. Tatum hit in the hole and then gets thrown forward to around the 28-yard line for a couple of yard gain. Third down and 2 now. Jackson Jennings, the outside linebacker, making the stop. 1:48 to go in the first half. Lobos with a 3rd and 2 now. They'll come out with fullback and Tutt under center. Tatum, the tailback, gets the handoff right up the middle. Tatum still running as he gets the first down and will finally move the chains to around the 32-yard line. A 4-yard gain, 1st and 10. Khalil Smith, outstanding linebacker. And Tatum comes out of the ball game for a rest. That's a tough kid. Because you can tell he's hurting a little bit.
Yeah, he's definitely not 100%, but
1st and 10 now, Lobos with Kelvin Washington taking it. Goes to the right side of the line, gets to the 40-yard line. A 8-yard gain, rather, for Kelvin Washington. Khalil Smith makes the stop. You got 7. It's going to be second down and 3. 47 seconds to go in the first half. They'll hand it off to Washington again. Washington gets the first down and then runs into the pile. And that'll be another first down for the Lobos with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now, do you take a shot?
I think I would.
They come out in the I formation again with fullback, Tutt under center. Play action, here's the shot. Deep ball. Thrown and broken up. And a flag for pass interference. Ethan Harrison got jumped on by Josiah Fuchsa. And the flag came out for pass interference.
Harrison had him beaten, but it was a jump ball. But the defender just jumped on his back and the call was made.
And now, what's happening? Crowd's booing, but I'm not quite sure what that's about. It's a pass interference call against Reedy. It's going to move the ball into Reedy territory at the 42-yard line. And a timeout called by the Longview Lobos. Let's take a 30-second break with them. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Longview called a timeout with 20 seconds left here in the first half. They lead 28-7. And you know John King would like to get at least 3 more before they go into the locker room. Tatum's back in the ball game at running back. He hurt an ankle or a foot somewhere right at the end of the first quarter, but he's managed to battle through it. And on 1st and 10 now from the Reedy 42, they've got 2 wide to the left, play action, and Tutt steps up, deep ball, and it's overthrown and really off the target wide, intended for Kelvin Washington. Just not an accurate throw, and it's second down and 10.
He was under pressure, and he really didn't wait until Washington cleared and make the throw. So as a consequence, incomplete. But 13 seconds left.
Matt,
I think you'll see him throw deep again, try to get a score here.
Matt Houston made an observation, just passed on to me, that it may be wind that could be a problem because they're going into the wind, going from our right to our left right here. Second down now. And a reverse this time. And running now to the 40, to the 35, 30. Taylor Tatum at the 15, the 10, knocked out of bounds with 3 seconds to go in the first half. And standing over him, talking a little bit, is Seth Johnson, but if I was him, I'd leave Taylor Tatum alone. It's a timeout taken by the Lobos. And I think we're going to see, now we got a decision to make here. We got 3 seconds to go, and the ball's at the 5-yard line. Tatum with a 38-yard run on a reverse. It's amazing. One thing that is amazing to me, Johnny, is the number of different formations and the different plays and the different looks that Longview will give a team, and yet the ball still ends up in Tatum's hands when it's all said and done.
That's the art of the deal there.
A lot of eye candy to end up with your running back still with the ball in his hands.
I guess they're deciding if they're going to kick the field goal or they're going to go for the score.
It looks like they're going for it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Monteveas is trying. He's going to take the field goal now. They're going to put the ball down at around the 11-yard line. So we're going to try a 21-yard field goal.
In for a 22-yard field goal to John Monteveas.
Snap is back. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And that is the end of the first half. Longview 31. Frisco Reedy 7. We'll come back and we'll recap the scoring, but the Lobos have got to feel really good about being in total control here at halftime. We'll take that break as this Eastman Credit Union halftime show gets underway. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football. Football!
Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
This is the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show. Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. Matt Morton back at the station pushing all the buttons right now. Our score at halftime, Longview 31, Frisco Reedy 7. Recapping the scoring, Reedy had the opening kickoff. They drove it 75 yards. They got a big play. Jake Ferner with a 45-yard pass to Connor McGrath. That set up a 1-yard Khalil Smith touchdown run to give Reedy the touchdown and the 7-0 lead with 7:55 to go in the first quarter. Lobos answer, though, with a 51-yard drive. Taylor Tatum runs it in from 4 yards out to tie the game at 7 with 4:57 to go in the quarter. Then on the very next ensuing kickoff, Reedy fumbles the kickoff return. There's a race to get to the ball in the end zone, and Jameis Morrow recovered the ball in the end zone for the Lobos. And just like that, they're up 14-7 less than 10 seconds later. Reedy is forced to punt on the next possession. Longview has the ball, and they go with the bomb this time. 68 yards from Andrew Tutt to Kelvin Washington. That makes it 21-7. Longview on top with 2:16 to go in the first quarter. The big news of the game right there before the end of the quarter was that Taylor Tatum hobbled off with what looked like a hurt right ankle. He has stayed in and played in the second quarter, but he does seem to be in some discomfort. Lobos got on the board again with a drive that started at their own 46-yard line. Tatum with a 16-yard gain, and then Taylor Tatum with his second touchdown of the night, 4 yards out. With 7:52 to go in the first half, they lead at 28-7. Later, Reedy was driving, had a nice drive going until they threw a ball into the end zone. Willie Nelson picked it off for Longview to turn him back. And then in the last minutes of the first half, the Lobos drive at 80 yards. Taylor Tatum had a 38-yard run on a reverse, and that set up a 22-yard John Monteveas field goal as time ran out. Longview leads at 31-7 at halftime. Johnny Vaughn, thoughts on this game first half?
Well, I think, number one, that Reedy has struggled with the speed that Longview actually has, and when you've got Taylor Tatum, who's been outstanding tonight. Then I think they've also struggled offensively with the speed of Longview's secondary and the play of their defensive line, which is, one of our strengths is the defensive line. They put pressures on the quarterback. It's difficult to run against them. And when you struggle like they have, then you start to it's just difficult to stay focused and do the kind of stuff you need to do to win a football game. And, now it's at a point that how do you come back in a game like this?
Well, it's been quite a turn because, again, that opening drive was pretty impressive by Reedy, and then ever since then, it's been all Longview, and that's how it is right now. At halftime, they lead it by a score of 31-7. Eastman Credit Union halftime show continues in just a moment. We're going to turn it over to Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob. They're going to preview tonight's Friday night scoreboard show for you. That'll be running on Kicks 105.7 here, and so we'll turn that over to them. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year. With Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And how about 1.9% financing for 36 months or a $3,000 discount on 2023 half-ton Silverados? So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Bish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas, and we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back, and Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall, because if we're gonna go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now, and the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger, because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Don't miss Provember at Lowe's. Save $80 on a DeWalt combo kit and save $20 on a 5-gallon pail of HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams All-Purpose Power Primer. Plus, MVP's members earn 3 times the bonus points on DeWalt and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams products. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. While supplies last, selection varies by location. Bonus points calculated before tax and fees after applicable discounts, if any. Valid through 11/22, subject to change.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas?
¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
To avoid digital threats, turn on NordVPN. It's rated excellent on Trustpilot. Just visit NordVPN.com. One of the fastest VPNs on Earth will block web trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. It will encrypt your online data as well. So improve your digital privacy and protection with one simple click. Get the special Black Friday deal at NordVPN.com and enjoy safer internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Harlan, the sports guy, Pigskin Bob on your Eastman Credit Union halftime show, and we're covering the rest of high school football for East Texas tonight on the Friday night scoreboard show over on 104.1 The Ranch.
and Kicks 105.7. So on your way back from this Lobo victory tonight, or after it's all over, interview with John King, tune over to us and we'll catch you up on the rest of East Texas. And Bob, round 2 of the playoffs, and you know what I always say?
What's that?
There's no cupcakes the week before Thanksgiving.
You've been saying that for hours.
Hours now.
And hours and hours. Okay, one of the games we're going to be following is the Lancaster-Frisco-Wakeland game that's happening this evening, because Longview will be taking on either one of those people, because I'm assuming Longview's going to win.
I am too, and we will watch that game and find out who we play next.
All right, we got Marshall taking on Midlothian Heritage this evening. You got Texas High and Mansfield Summit.
Just so glad that those two teams won to represent our East Texas 5A Division II district. Last year, of course, they got shut out. Now the top 2 seeds won, and I'd like to see them win again.
Yeah, it would be nice for the small 5A to be represented this year. You got Enos and Lovejoy fighting it out. As you know, Kilgore and Bay City, they're going to be playing their football game tonight.
The Bay City Rollers.
Lindale is taking on Iowa Colony. And yes, your radio is not broken. There is a school district out there called Iowa Colony, and they're going to get it handed to them tonight by Lindale.
I agree.
Chapel Hill is taking on El Campo.
These teams played last year, and Chapel Hill had no problem with them.
You got Van taking on Aubrey. Gilmer won their playoff game last night against Sunnyvale, so congratulations to the Buckeyes.
Yeah, had to have a field goal late to win, but they did. They advanced.
What about this game? Pleasant Grove versus Caddo Mills. You got the Foxes taking on the Hawks, which probably could be a state championship team.
Well, I'm going to say that Pleasant Grove is going to win big last night, 63-10.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
You're welcome. So that's just my prediction.
Well, so does that set up Pleasant Grove and Carthage for next week?
It does. Well, Carthage has to win tonight, but they should have.
Well, they got Van Alstyne. I'm going to go ahead with the W.
I think next week is the 4A Division II state championship game. The winner of that game wins state between Pleasant Grove and Carthage.
Now, Winsboro's going to get a test tonight, taking on Teague.
Yep.
And Winsboro's just been on fire.
Mowing people down.
You got Malakoff and Mount Vernon fighting it out.
Should be a good one.
West Rusk, New Diana.
Boy, New Diana. The talk around here this week has been New Diana's defense shutting out Anderson Shiro, who scored 40-something points a game. And New Diana shut them out last week. Can they do it again against a good West Rusk team? I think that's a fantastic game.
I love the Hooks Dangerfield matchup. That's going to be one of the best games of the night.
Exactly. I think that's the best game in the state tonight, too. Teams loaded with athletes. Should be a high-scoring game. I think that's a fantastic. I'd go to that game if I wasn't working tonight.
Okay, New Boston won their playoff game last week. DeKalb, against DeKalb.
Yeah.
Right? And now they get... I got this. Newton. Do they have what it takes to beat Newton?
No, I think Newton's going to blow them out last night.
Oh.
We'll get you some better notes for next week.
I've got a couple of the games that already happened. Okay,
I think Tenneha's going to win last night, too.
Okay.
I'll jump ahead on that one.
And I think Garrison won last night,
I think Garrison will beat Beckville last night.
They knocked off Beckville. And I think tonight you have James Bowie and Deweyville.
Yep.
Okay.
Good game.
They're going to play Overton and Mart tonight.
Mart, one of the perennial powers in the state, but Overton has just had a charm season. Is it midnight on Cinderella, or do they keep on marching on? A very tough test against Mart.
Yeah, it's a real feel-good story in East Texas.
Really
Overton.
is.
Yeah, we love that. And Longview Christian won a state championship last year.
Yep.
They get to take on Prestonwood Christian North tonight.
So all that hard-hitting reporting you can look forward to tonight after the Lobo game. Come on over to 104.1 The Ranch or KYKX, Kicks 105.7 for the Friday night scoreboard show, and we'll try and get you some scores and entertain you all the way up till midnight. Go Lobos. Let's get on to that third round, and we'll take a break, send it back to the stadium for the rest of the Eastman Credit Union halftime show. This is Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob on your home for Longview Lobo football, 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick, online at peterscars.net.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
This is football. This has been the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Brian Houston back here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, where the Longview Lobos lead 31-7 over Frisco Reedy in the area round of the Class 5A Division I playoff game. Matt Houston's here hanging out with us tonight, helping out Spot from WFAA. We may be related. What do you think about what you've seen so far in this game?
Well, Longview jumped out fast. I mean, it's one special teams play that I think changed the entire course of the game. Reedy lined up on that first possession. They get the opening kickoff, and they're running a formation that's really hard to defend, particularly if you're a linebacker, because you put a wing basically right behind the right tackle and then another wing directly next to him, and then there's nobody else to their outside. And so if you're a linebacker, you're effectively playing cornerback because you've got that whole open space to play, and everything from that position over to your inside has to adjust. And on that first possession, we saw Longview really struggle to get aligned and set quickly. And it's because they're trying to make that adjustments. The issue is that's great for running the football. It's not so great for throwing the football. And Reedy marched right down, ran the ball very well. They did get one big chunk play. Longview scores. They get the kickoff and score on the muffed kickoff, and all of a sudden the game changes. And you lose that luxury of being able to line up and try and pound the football. I'll be honest, I think Reedy probably jumped a little too fast and moved and sort of adjusted and tried to throw it a little bit better. I wish they would have stayed in that formation because I think this would be a different ball game right now, and you probably would have seen them at their best, but instead they adjusted and just got away from something that worked and didn't get back to it until their last possession of the half.
So 31-7 now. Do you try to go back to that and try to just...
You can't. I mean, and that's the issue, is you get down so early and you kind of dig a hole for yourself, and now you're down 24 points. And you're just kind of out of luck. You've got to throw the football now. What's interesting is some of this is because they rotate quarterbacks, and you have to make formation adjustments based on those guys' strength. Although I haven't seen anything Hernandez can do that Ferner can't, and vice versa. But you lost that luxury basically 3 minutes into the game, and it's really hard to recover from that, especially when you're playing a team like Longview that can score fast when they want to. So, they're really in a tough spot. And another thing to consider, we've talked a little bit about just the weather and the wind. Now when Reedy gets the ball next, they're going to be driving into the wind. And that makes it even harder to throw the football. So you gotta like what you're hearing if you're a Longview fan right now.
And we are, so this is good. Hey, thanks for coming on with me. I appreciate it. All right, we're going to take a timeout. We'll come back with Johnny here as we get ready for the start of the second half. This is Longview 31-7 over Frisco Reedy. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick, online at peterscars.net.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Brian Houston back here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium with Johnny Vaughn. And Johnny, we're checking some of the scores because the winner of tonight's ball game, of course, will move on to play either Lancaster or I'm trying to find the scores for you as I update and try and fake it here. But we do know that they're going to be playing either the winner of Lancaster or Frisco Lone Star, and Frisco Wakeland rather. And at this moment, Wakeland's up on Lancaster. 10-7 was the score I last saw. So I don't know if that means anything. Playing Lancaster again, we know what kind of danger that can be.
Yeah, I mean they've got great speed. They've got a lot of potential.
Yes. Oh my goodness. No. Okay. Yeah. Let me go. Go ahead.
I said when you play Lancaster, you got to account for their speed, but Longview's been able to do that the last 2 years. But to be honest with you, I'm not sure I'd want to play them again. But maybe that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Lancaster's up now 14-10 on Frisco Wakeland at halftime. The other game that we're keeping an eye on, Forney leads Lone Star, the winner of this district, by a score of 12-7. District 7 5A Division I looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or not for Longview, to be honest with you.
Well, Forney, we played them earlier in the year, and it was really our closest game other than the first one of the year. But Forney's a good team, and it wouldn't surprise me to see them go pretty far.
So if you're Longview now, you got the ideal situation. You scored right before half with the field goal, and now you get the ball to start the second half. What do you see as being the game plan now for the Lobos?
Well, I think that one of the things that's pretty clear is they have a real difficult time with Taylor Tatum. I mean, he's had a really outstanding first half. He's got great speed, great strength, and the truth of the matter is that I just think that Longview's offense is better than Reedy's defense is, and I don't know what you do when you're outmanned. So we'll see what they do try to do, but, it's just it's a mismatch, in my opinion.
Outmanned, and also you're down 24.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help matters either. So at whatever the situation, we're going to see Reedy kick off now, going from our left to our right as we start this second half of play. Lobos up 31-7 going into the third quarter. And again, they get the ball to start this second half. But really, since the opening drive of the ball game, it's been all Longview. And here comes the kick. It's going to be a high, short kick on a live ball, and it's fielded by D.K. Reese at around the 36-yard line. So good job by him on a live ball. That could have been a real dangerous situation for the Lobos, but they get the ball and they'll have good field position. They'll start at their own 39-yard line. Andrew Tutt, the quarterback. Mason Washington in at running back right now. Don't know how much we'll see Taylor Tatum here in the second half now that he's had a chance to tighten up a little bit here. They'll hand it off to Mason Washington, and he is buried by Andrew Sanchez, the inside linebacker.
He's taken down by Andrew Sanchez.
And loses a yard on the play. Tatum again hurt his ankle right at the end of the first quarter. He played through it in the second quarter and was effective, but now you've had a chance to kind of sit, and that's not necessarily a good thing. You can't stay warm with that ankle, and I don't know how much more we're going to see him here in this second half. Kelvin Washington's in the ball game now. He'll go out as a slot to the right, two wideouts alongside him, and Tutt on second down hands it off to Mason Washington, and this time he gets a nice gain to about the 43.
Mason Washington on the carry, takes the ball out to the 40.
I'd be surprised if we see any more of Tatum tonight. The fact that he was hobbling and the fact that Longview's up, I don't think they'll run the risk of playing him. If any, it'll be very little.
You wouldn't think so with the score the way it is. You want to try to keep him off of that foot as much as possible. And if anything, you might want to think about putting some ice on that thing now and just start working on treatment. Two wideouts to the right now. The ball gets away from Tutt on the snap. He has to fall on it back at the 35-yard line. What could have been a disastrous turnover. And the Lobos are going to have to punt on their opening drive. Not exactly the way they wanted to open up this third quarter.
Going to have to punt this into a pretty strong wind, so let's see what happens here.
Line of scrimmage is the 36. Monteveas goes up to high to get the snap and then gets the punt off. It's a high kick. It's taken at the 33-yard line. A flag goes down, and I guarantee you, Josiah Fuchsa had a Lobo in his face, and they didn't give him enough room.
Yeah,
There's a halo rule where you got to give the guy yardage and an opportunity to catch the punt, and that's a 15-yard penalty, so that's a big one.
That's a big mistake by the Lobos.
So Reedy will start after the 15-yard penalty. That moves the ball out to their own 47. So they've got great field position now. And we'll see if they've got what it takes to climb back into this ball game. It's a wing left, two wide receivers to the right. They'll hand it off and blown up in the backfield. Wow. Airy gets destroyed by Kason Brooks.
Brooks just went through untouched and made the hit.
Again, the Reedy offensive line is huge, but they just have not been able to handle the speed of Longview. Now this time Hernandez rolls to his left, fires at the sideline. It's caught and still running as a first down to the 40, and then tripped up. Connor McGrath on the catch gets all the way down to the 39-yard line. It's a 16-yard gain and a first down for Reedy. 9:25 to play in the third quarter. Lobos hustling a lot of people on and off right now. And now the officials say go ahead and play. It's 5 wide for Reedy this time. The snap gets away from their quarterback, Hernandez, and he has to fall on it back at the 48-yard line. Darrensburg right there back to touch him down. That's a big loss. Lost about 7 on that play. And it's going to be 2nd down and 17. We've got a mist in the air, so you might think the ball is going to be a little bit slick now. A little fine rain. Man in motion to the far side. And the quarterback fakes a draw. Now he'll pull it down. He tries to throw it, and he gets blown up. Back at the 45-yard line, sacked. Nobody getting fooled on that play. And that was Willie Nelson, who was back there to rush the passer and sack him that time.
I don't know. That's one that probably worked in practice. But
it worked against Sherman.
Yeah, maybe.
But that loss is all the way back to the Reedy 46-yard line. It's 3rd down and 25 now. 3 wide to the left side. Wing right. Hernandez, deep ball left side, throws it into triple coverage, overthrown. No chance for the receiver. And the official gets knocked down on the play. Intended for McGrath again. And that means that Reedy went backwards, and now they got to punt it. So
they continue to try to throw the deep routes against Longview's secondary, but it's just difficult to do with their speed. And I don't know. I think they're going to have to come up with something else.
On 4th down, Jackson Runyon will punt it. It's a low end-over-end kick. It's taken by Nelson at the 25, 30, 5-yard line. And he gets up shaking his finger. Tell him, don't you know who I am? And it's going to be a nice return for Longview and good field position for the Lobos with a 31-7 lead with 7:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. Now there's a discussion between Chad Cole and a couple of the officials. Don't know what that's about. But Longview is going to start at their own 35. Wing right. Tutt will hand it off. Kelvin Washington tries the left side, gets to around the 38-yard line. 4-yard gain. Actually, they spot him with 3-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 7 now from the 38-yard line. Play clock only at 17 as Tutt came over close to the Longview bench to get the word from John King. And now wing left, and they'll hand it off again this time, and it's Kelvin Washington, and this time he was hit in the backfield, and no chance to gain any yardage there. Tackle made by Luca Akertava. And it's 3rd down and 9. Neither offense very sharp coming out of the dressing room.
Mason Washington's checked in.
Harrison and DK Reese go wide right. There's a wing to the right. And they'll hand it off. Mason Washington running to the 50, to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Longview, Mason Washington.
64 yards.
In this offense, every tailback eats for the Lobos. John Montevious will come on to try the extra point. Tutt will hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 6 minutes even to go in the third quarter, Longview 38, Frisco Reedy 7. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Matsavias will kick it off. It's taken short at the 25 and then blown up. Good coverage on that kickoff return. I believe that was Brian Peoples who was down there to take down the return man. 5:57 to go in the third quarter. Longview up 38-7. Reedy will start at their own 26. That mist is coming down a little heavier now. See a few umbrellas popped up. And back to throw. And dropped. Again, another sack for Longview's defense. As Jake Ferner's taken down. And I believe that was Brendan Reese that brought him down. Darrensburg got him. Loss of 5, back to the 21. So the weather conditions are just going to make it a little bit tougher for Reedy to climb back into this game. They've got 4 wideouts, and they send a man in motion to the far side. They're going to run the jet sweep this time. Sweeping left, getting to the 30, and oh boy, does he get jacked up. Wow. Buddha Garrett hit Mason Easley and made him remember it. Wow. Oh my goodness. Easley ran into a stone wall. Lots of substitutions for Longview right now, and the officials are holding them up so they can allow them to make those substitutions. 3rd down and 4. Reedy at their own 32-yard line. Back to throw. Quarterback fires it out. It's caught and dropped at the 35-yard line by Mason Easley. Check that, Darren Dickerson this time. Had the ball in his hands, and I don't know if that's because it's wet. It's possible. But it's going to be a punt for Reedy now again.
Looking at this series, it looks like the steam is just gone out of Reedy.
I think you might be right. They'd won 8 in a row, and every one of those ball games have been just massive blowouts. Reedy has not been on the end of one like this one all year. They punt the football. It bounces at the 35, takes a Reedy roll, and is picked up at the 28, brought out to the 30, 35, 40-yard line. And Willie Nelson with a nice punt return. And with 4:22 to go in the third quarter, Longview's going to start this drive at their own 41-yard line. Once again, Taylor Tatum, we've not seen him on the sideline here in this third quarter, so we probably won't see him the rest of the night. They'll hand it off, tailback, left side, running 40, 30, 20, 10. Kelvin Washington just blasted through the left side and gets out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. at the 12 for 49 yards.
Longview's just got so many backs that can run and run fast. It's just almost amazing.
And now they're at the 1st and 10 at their Reedy 13-yard line. They'll hand it off. Washington tries the right side. He'll get a short gain to the 9. He's knocked down by Luka Akerdheva. And it's going to be 2nd down after a gain of 2.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Lobos.
Lobos on their way to the regional semifinals if this holds up. From the I formation, Washington takes the handoff, gets up the middle, fights for a tough 5 yards. Actually, they'll mark him down at the 6. He gained 4. And it's 3rd down and 4 yards to go. They've got to get to the 3 for a 1st down. And I guarantee you're going to start seeing John King and company milking this clock now.
Yeah.
They've got Tutt over at the sidelines taking the call in from John King. That play clock is down to 10. And I guarantee you're going to start seeing this thing getting snapped at about 5 seconds. Hand off to the tailback. Washington into the end zone. Touchdown. I don't know how he did it. Kelvin Washington got hit twice. Before he got there, he just managed to sidestep a couple of folks and break off of that contact and get into the end zone for the score.
Yeah, he's just got quick feet and just made a little side move to get into the end zone.
So if you're worried about Tatum graduating, Washington's back next year. Monsivias tries the extra point. And Longview takes a 45-7 lead with 2:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Kelvin Washington with a 5-yard touchdown. A high kick by John Monsivias is fair caught at the 29-yard line by Reedy. And so Lobos now lead at 45-7. We've got 2:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
It's a team that's lost one game all year, and that by 3 points. Longview's now up 45-7.
And I don't know if they know what to do with that.
All the things they do for your community. Parents, stand up so we can applaud you.
4 wide. Man goes in motion. They'll run a jet sweep. Mason Easley gets to the corner, gets to the 40, gets a 1st down, and finally gets knocked down. Oh, and he's up and pointing 1st down, and somebody, I think Willie Nelson might have pointed at the scoreboard. 12-yard gain by Mason Easley, and it's out to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10, Reedy. 2 wide to the right side. And he started toward the line of scrimmage, but no flag, and now bouncing the outside, Tristan Airy, and Airy could not get to the edge, and Derensburg brought him down. Chase Smith in on the tackle as well. Airy came into the ball game averaging almost 9 yards a carry, 1,484 yards. He's not been a factor in this game tonight. 3 wide to the left side. Airy goes in motion toward the far side, and they'll throw a wide receiver screen out there. Connor McGrath. McGrath will get out of bounds around the 48-yard line. Thomas Roll made the stop. That's going to be a 7-yard gain, and it's 3rd down and 5 now.
Trips.
3 wide to the right side this time. 1 receiver out by himself on the left side, the short side of the field. Taking their time getting the ball snapped, and Hernandez goes back to throw. Pressure coming. He just got to fire it and throw it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. And he got blown up by number 38, DeAndre Drish.
He just threw that away. He was under such huge pressure backing up. You know, this has got to be frustrating for Reedy. And this has really been a good team this year, but this is just kind of an amazing effort by the Lobos, I guess.
Yep, they got forced out of their game plan when they got down on the kickoff fumble that was recovered by Longview, and then gave up a long touchdown bomb, and suddenly they're down 14 instead of up 7. And now it's 4th down and 5, and Hernandez throws the ball deep to the sidelines, and it got lost by Mason Easley. He could never find the ball, and it was just thrown up for grabs, and that means it's going to be turned over on downs. And Longview's going to have great field position at the Reedy 47. 1:32 to go in the game, in the 3rd quarter, rather. All Longview since midway through the 1st quarter.
Yep.
They'll start at the Reedy 47, and the handoff goes to, I believe, Mason Washington. And Washington will get across the 35 for a gain of 2. Be 2nd down and 8. Again, no Taylor Tatum in the second half. And we've not seen him on the sidelines anywhere that we can tell.
Kelvin Washington just checked in.
And he will be lined up at tailback. Mason Washington will move right behind Tutt at fullback. And they'll hand it off to Kelvin Washington. Huge hole into the secondary. Gets inside the 45, to the 35 rather, to the 32-yard line. And a 14-yard gain on the play for a 1st down for Longview. So Lobos now 1st and 10 with 30 seconds to go. In the 3rd quarter, they have the ball at the Reedy 34. And the handoff. Tailback gets shoved in. I think that's Mason Washington that time. Yep. That's Mason Washington. Now he's kind of hobbling. And so he's going to come off the field for just a minute. Looks like he might be favoring a shoulder or something, though. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter, and our
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
It's been a tough year for many in 2023, and the Longview Thanksgiving Food Drive is once again helping hundreds of your neighbors. We need your help. Between now and Saturday, November 18th, you can make a donation at your Longview area Super Ones or Brookshire grocery stores by purchasing a prepackaged meal for just a few bucks. Or bring donations to the Mod Cobb Convention Center Monday, November 20th. Be a blessing to others. Put a smile on a family's face. The Longview Thanksgiving Food Drive. More at longviewthanksgiving.com. Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview. If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star, 2.9% for 72 months or 10% off MSRP. Ram heavy-duty trucks, the largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on.
You're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on 106.5 Jack FM. Longview Lobo football, brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable. Now let's get back to the game on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn back here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. We apologize for the technical difficulties we've had here. Lost a little internet, but we're back on the air now. Fortunately, nothing much has happened since we left you at the end of the third quarter. It's 10:15 to go in the ball game now. Longview up 45-7. Reedy has the ball at their own 41-yard line, 1st and 10, following a penalty against Longview. And now they will hand it off to Airy. Airy with a huge hole into the secondary, gets across midfield and gets dropped at the 48-yard line. And that's going to be, I believe, Brendan Reese. Check that. Drish was the one that made the tackle there. And it's a first down for Reedy at the 40.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
I'm a Vietnam veteran.
I always knew that I was going to join the military.
My grandfather pulled out his own military uniform and actually let me put it on.
The greatest thing you could ever do in your life is to change and impact the world around you.
Anybody that has ever served in the military has that sense of serving others.
I wanted to keep the people of the United States safe.
Being a veteran comes with a responsibility.
My role is being a protector.
We're born a proud country. We need to keep it that way. Boot Barn.
If you want the perfect holiday shopping shortcut, I've got 3 words. Get to Kohl's. I just went and found great gifts for even greater deals, like toys for up to 25% off. And with my 20% coupon, I got fleece for my family under $20 and a cookware set for under $75. Plus, I got $10 off home finds as a Kohl's Rewards member. So if you want the season's best for less, you know where to go. Select styles, toys, coupons do not apply. Kohl's Rewards offer and 20% offer end November 18th. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
Joe and staff at J&K Trucking and Construction takes this time to recognize and salute the men and women in uniform who are standing tall for our political and economic freedom around the world. This message is courtesy of J&K Trucking and Construction, your trucking and construction professionals serving our area with quality and integrity since 2004. They also specialize in dirt, gravel, excavation services, and all your earth-moving needs. Call Kim at 903-520-6317. They're highly recommended year after year for customer satisfaction.
Dell's Black Friday event is their biggest sale of the year. Shop limited time deals on laptops like the stylish, innovative XPS 13, engineered to do it all on the Intel Evo platform. Plus, save big on ultra-sharp monitors and top brand accessories. It's the perfect time to upgrade any home, business, or gaming setup powered by Intel Core processors. Shop now at Dell.com/deals to take advantage of huge savings and free shipping. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
When you switch to Boost Mobile, you can get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G and a pretty powerful way to get after it.
Like me, Tusi, a man who fell in love with music and fell on hard times. From writing songs in my room to sitting on top of the charts. All because I made poetry out of pain and always knew I'd be on the stage singing your favorite song.
Switch to Boost and get a free Samsung Galaxy A23 5G phone on America's largest 5G networks.
Boost Mobile. Get after it.
New customers only. Taxes extra. 1 device per line. 5G not available everywhere. Other restrictions apply.
Your child struggles in math. It affects their confidence. You try to assist with their math homework, but it's not helping. You want this school year to be different. I'm Annette McKee of Mathnasium of Tyler. Mathnasium specializes in math-only tutoring for students of all skill levels, K through 12.
Mathnasium of Tyler has a solution.
Fun, personalized, one-on-one, face-to-face, live instruction, either in our learning center or live online. A free individual assessment will pinpoint what your K through 12 child needs. Mathnasium's learning plans are proven to improve grades and help kids catch up and get ahead.
Mathnasium of Tyler.
Math, algebra, geometry, test prep? Call for a free consultation. Programs start at $2.99 per month, typically 2 to 3 hours per week. That's about $25 per session.
I'm Frank Mann. We are changing lives through math. Mathnasium of Tyler.
You might have come across our duck.
Our big blue duck from Rub-A-Dub is making the rounds.
Making all of East Texas one big duck crossing.
Hospitals, nursing homes, sporting events, and festivals.
Bringing joy wherever we go.
Even if it's just waving as you pass our building.
Honk the next time you see our duck shake a tail feather.
With all the smiles, that duck just might qualify as a service animal.
Rub-A-Dub Plumbing, bringing good, clean fun to your day.
Not just clean, squeaky clean.
Online at rubadubplumbing.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Frisco Reedy just got on the scoreboard with a touchdown pass from Jake Ferner to Mason Easley. That makes it 45-14, Longview on top. And an onside kick try about to be taken by Reedy. Pops it high in the air. It's a live ball. Fight for it. Let's see who comes up with it. Reedy thinks they might have it. But it looks like it's going to be Longview's football. We've got 6:08 to go, and the Lobos did come up with it. DK Reese has the football, and so the onside kick try did not work out for Reedy. And the Lobos will start, again with 6:08 left in the game. They'll have the ball at their own 45-yard line. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we've had here in the fourth quarter. But this game pretty much was decided at halftime.
Mumphrey back in the lineup for Longview tonight. He's gotten a couple of carries, so he's been he hadn't really played in a while, I guess, due to injury.
They may need him. Sweeping right, coming to the 50, 45, 40, 30, and that's Kelvin Washington who gets shoved out of bounds after a big run. And Washington gets the first down in Reedy territory at the 27-yard line. Lobos up 5:46 to go in the game. They lead at 45-14. First and 10, Longview. Handoff. Washington tries to go right up the middle, and there's not much running room there as he gets 2 on the play. Clock continues to run, 4:56 to go in the ball game. Trying to catch some scores for you so we can let you know about who the Lobos will be playing next week, as it appears they're going to be advancing to the regional semifinals. And right now it looks like it could be Lancaster. They're up 21-10 on Frisco Wakeland. Handoff, that's Buster Mumphrey. Mumphrey gets down to the 17-yard line. So right now it looks like we could have a rematch of the track meet we had about a month ago.
Yeah.
Lobos have 376 yards of total offense right now. 314 of that rushing. They'll hand it off. Breaking outside. 10-5. Touchdown, Kelvin Washington.
Well, again, he just shows his speed as he was hit. Kicks out to the sideline and just outruns him to the end of the end zone.
Another touchdown for Kelvin Washington. And the Lobos are about to go up, depending on this extra point. They're hanging 50 on Reedy right now. Tutt holds. Monsivius' kick is up. It's good, and it's 52-14. Longview on top. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Kelvin Washington with another touchdown, and the Lobos kick it off. It's taken on a fair catch back at the 9-yard line by Connor McGrath. They'll just bring it out to the 25-yard line. Lobos appear to be headed to play in the next round against Lancaster. We'll check that again for you shortly. The score now, Lancaster 28-10 over Frisco Wakeland. Frisco Lone Stars leading Forney 18-12.
Wow.
And there's a handoff coming left side on a jet sweep. It's easily gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. 3:26 to go in the game.
Pick up at 7 yards on the play. Lion ball, 2nd and 3.
So the Lobos look like they're about to win their 12th in a row after losing the opener by 2 points to McKinney back in August. 2nd down and 3. Man in motion is the running back, and the snap got away from Braden Hernandez, and he just had to fall on it. It's been that kind of a game for Frisco Reedy ever since midway through the first quarter. Everything that could go wrong has. That moved the ball back to the 26-yard line. It's 3rd down and 9 now. Reedy about to see their season come to an end. Ten 10-1 coming into this ball game tonight. They have 5 wide. Hernandez back to throw. They'll throw it on the slant. Caught. 40-yard line. Still running and tackled. Connor McGrath made the grab. And Brian Peoples was able to stop him, but not before he got the first down out to the 40-yard line on a 14-yard catch. 1:58 to go in this ball game. Man in motion to the near side on 1st and 10. Another jet sweep this time. It's again easily this time dropped by number 28 for the Lobos. That's Javian Robertson. And again, sideline to sideline. You're just not going to get around the edge too often against the Lobo defense.
Can't do it.
2-yard gain. It's 2nd down and 8 from the 42. 1:12 left in the ball game.
It's been a great season for two very talented teams. They put in a lot of hard work.
Stats I'm seeing from the Dallas Morning News right now. Lobos with 375 yards rushing. Back to throw, Hernandez. Deep ball over the middle. He's open, caught it at the 30, 20, 10, out of bounds, inside the 5. That's Nolan Lee that made the grab to the 6. And that's a 54-yard grab. Peoples finally brought him down.
It's a perfect throw and a good catch. I got a chance to pick up a score here at the end of this game.
That pass is incomplete. Intended for Lee. 43 seconds to go. Clock is stopped at 43. 52-14, Longview on top. Tatum played the first half. He had 17 rushes for 136 yards and 2 scores. He has not appeared in the second half. Banged up an ankle. Hernandez that time blown up by Jameis Morrow on 3rd down, and that clock just keeps running. 32 seconds to go. It's 3rd down and goal now, back at the 9. 24 seconds to go. Clock still running. Hernandez has a tight formation. He drops back, gets hit as he throws over the end zone, caught and dropped in the end zone. Incomplete. Nolan Lee had his hands on it and couldn't hang on to it. With 7 seconds to go, oh my goodness, we got a man down. Is that the quarterback? Hernandez, he went down hard. That is Braden Hernandez walked to the sidelines. He is just, he's woozy.
Yes.
He got hit as he threw the football. He walked over a few feet and then just dropped to his face on the field, then got up and was able to get off the field. Hopefully he's okay. But I'm guessing he may be just a little bit confused about where he is right now. Fourth down. Yep, they're kind of shorthand unless they're going to go with a wildcat, which they've done before. Khalil Smith will wildcat it. He drops back, and he's just going to take a knee and let the clock run out. So enough is enough, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's...
Wow. Longview wins it 52-14 over Frisco Reedy. And the Lobos advance to the regional semifinals. And it looks like they're going to be playing against their district opponent, Lancaster. There looked like there was just a little bit of anger there on the, not quite sure what was going on in the coach's handshake line, but weird. Saw something that didn't look real good. But we'll just let it go at that. And we'll take a timeout, but Longview has won it. Longview has advanced to the regional semifinals tonight with a 52-14 win over Frisco Reedy. You are listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview. Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. Dayquil Kids Berry from Vicks. Dayquil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that Dayquil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
Dayquil Kids Berry. The kids' berrylicious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. JD Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. During our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For JD Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar, the perfect venue for your office holiday party. Everything is great. The staff, the food, and the atmosphere. The time is now to book your company holiday party at GZ's. Office lunch, cocktail party with fresh sushi and Asian delicacies, plus cheese and fruit trays. For a home party, let GZ's build a special party tray to go. It will be a big hit. Book your party now. 247-8000. 247-8000. GZ's Asian Bistro and Sushi Bar in the Village, Judson Road, Longview.
Imagine getting ahead of your irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C by treating it with Linzess. Then you could start proactively managing your constipation with belly pain and get ahead of your symptoms. Talk to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
You've seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn back here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, where the Longview Lobos have dominated Frisco Reedy and won this ball game by a score of 52-14 to advance to the Class 5A Division I regional semifinals. Recapping the scoring in this ball game, it turned in a hurry. Reedy got the opening kickoff, and they drove it 75 yards. Jake Ferner hit Connor McGrath for 45 yards. That set up a Khalil Smith 1-yard touchdown run. It was a 4-minute drive, and Reedy had a 7-0 lead with 7:55 to go in the first quarter. But then things got weird. First, Longview comes back with a 51-yard drive. Taylor Tatum runs it in from 4 yards out to tie the score with 4:57 to go in the quarter, 7-all. Then on the ensuing kickoff, the return man for Reedy fumbled the kickoff return. There was a race for it in the end zone, and Jameis Morrow was able to recover it, and the Lobos had a touchdown, 14-7, less than 10 seconds later. So it was 14-7 Longview. Reedy was forced to punt on their next possession, and then Longview got a long touchdown pass from Andrew Tutt to Kelvin Washington, 68 yards for the score, made it 21-7 with 2:16 to go in the first quarter, and within 2 minutes, Lobos go from 7 down to 14 up. And then the big moment of the ball game in the second, right toward the end of the first quarter, Taylor Tatum comes hobbling off the field with an apparent injured ankle. He powered through it in the second quarter and stayed in the game, and he scored on a 4-yard touchdown run. That was with 7:52 to go. That made it 28-7. Longview on top. Willie Nelson intercepted a pass to turn back another Reedy drive, and then Tatum had a 38-yard run on the final minutes of the first half. That set up a 22-yard field goal by John Monteveas. That made it 31-7. Longview on top at halftime. In the second half, Tatum did not play anymore in this game. Mason Washington scored from 64 yards out to make it 38-7 with 6 minutes to go. Kelvin Washington had a huge night, had a 49-yard run that set up a touchdown, 5 yards out by Washington to make it 45-7 with 2:50 to go. Washington again with another touchdown with about 3:40 to go in the ball game, and the Lobos go on to win the game by a score of 52-14. Johnny, there is concern, obviously. Taylor Tatum, we don't know what kind of shape he's going to be in the rest of the way. If it's an ankle injury, those things tend to linger and kind of stay with you. But he had a huge night tonight, over 100 yards in the first half before he had to come out. But the Lobos were able to just dominate this football game.
Yeah, which is a surprise. This is a team that has lost only one game all year. And I think they came in here believing that they were going to beat the Lobos, but it was just a lopsided win for Longview. Taylor Tatum with an ankle injury, but hopefully this next week he can get treatment and come back and play. But he goes out and Washington comes in, and really Longview doesn't drop off much in their offense. Plus, I think Tutt has really played well in these playoffs, and no mistakes tonight by him. It's just this is a really good Longview team, and I think this score is not indicative of the quality of Reedy's team. It's just more about Longview. It's just they've just played great.
They played outstanding ball tonight. Here's an interesting stat for you. Their leading running back, Airy, for Frisco Reedy, came into the ball game tonight. He was averaging 9 yards a carry. According to the Dallas Morning News stats tonight, 6 carries for 11 yards.
Well, and he has great speed, but they just could find no running room. He's just Longview's defense is pretty remarkable, I think. I mean, it's been this way the entire season, and they're just hard to run against.
And the good news is, if Tatum is banged up next week, you still have a guy like Kelvin Washington. 14 carries, 139 yards for him tonight. He also had that 68-yard reception for a touchdown. You also still have a guy like Mason Washington. He had 79 yards rushing tonight. Buster Mumphrey comes back.
Yeah.
So you got running backs, but, obviously you want your number one running back in the country to be on the field.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of like to have him next week. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back. We hope to talk to John King after this ball game's over. He is down on the field doing interviews right now, and they've received the regional semifinal check at the area trophy. And so hopefully we'll be talking to John King shortly. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. If you watch CD rates and have thought they've gone as high as they can go, then here's some interesting news. East Texas Professional Credit Union has a 15-month CD special that pays 5.7% APY. Don't stash your cash in a savings account where you make virtually nothing. Watch it grow with a CD getting an interest rate of 5.7% APY. Put your money in the safe and capable hands of East Texas Professional Credit Union with 21 locations all over East Texas. Federally insured by NCUA and an equal housing lender. ETPCU.org.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star, 2.9% for 72 months or 10% off MSRP. Ram heavy-duty trucks, the largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on.
Score big with Telco Plus Credit Union. And here's how. Telco Plus Credit Union has outstanding CD rates. You could earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. $500 minimum. Sounds like a big score with Telco Plus Credit Union with outstanding rates, and you can earn 5.45% annual percentage yield on a 12-month CD or IRA. Visit telcoplus.org or call today and learn more about earning more. Federally insured by the NCUA. Rates subject to change without notice.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
You might have come across our duck.
Our big blue duck from Rub-A-Dub is making the rounds.
Making all of East Texas one big duck crossing.
Hospitals, nursing homes, sporting events, and festivals.
Bringing joy wherever we go.
Even if it's just waving as you pass our building.
Honk the next time you see our duck shake a tail feather.
With all the smiles, that duck just might qualify as a service animal.
Rub-A-Dub Plumbing, bringing good, clean fun to your day.
Not just clean, squeaky clean.
Online at rubadubplumbing.com.
When my daughter gets a cold, I have a secret weapon. Dayquil Kids Berry from Vicks. Dayquil Kids is specially formulated to treat kids' most bothersome cold and cough symptoms quickly. And the best part is that Dayquil Kids Berry tastes really great. Aren't you supposed to be resting? Maybe.
Dayquil Kids Berry. The Kids Berrylicious daytime congestion, coughing, stuffy head, stuffy nose, just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6 years plus.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. J.D. Power now ranks Sleep Number #1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. During our Black Friday sale, save 50% on the Sleep Number limited edition smart bed. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
You've seen seen the name around town, Clean Cut Roofing, and you've probably picked up that they've been around for a while. Clean Cut Roofing. What you might not know is that Clean Cut Roofing is way more than commercial and residential roofing. They handle mitigation issues and can repair your old gutter system or install a new one. And of course, put a brand new, beautiful roof on your home or business. Voted best of East Texas, and locals love us. Clean Cut Roofing. You can call or text them at 903-291-0848 or online at cleancut.com. That's cleancut.com.
Brian Houston with Johnny Vaughn and head football coach John King. Longview Lobos 52-14 winners over Frisco Reedy. Coach, congratulations. That's quite a performance tonight.
Well, thank you. I never would have thought that. I mean, that's a good football team, but we hit some quick strike plays, had some big runs, got a big turnover for a score there on the kickoff right after we scored. Just floodgates open, and then of course got a score in the half, got the field goal to push it to 24. And hit a couple of big runs in the second half. Mason Washington had a big one on the trap, and of course Boosie had a couple of big ones. So it was a big play night for us, but that defense was something special, and they had to defend a lot of eye candy, and a lot of stuff, a lot of formations, and they threw a lot at you. So I think they did a heck of a job tonight.
One of the things I pointed out just a few minutes ago, we were looking at some of the stats the Dallas Morning News had posted, and their running back Tristan Airy, the top running back on their team, supposedly the heartbeat of their offense, you held him to 11 yards tonight.
Yeah, he's a little gimped up. He got hurt last week, and I don't think he was himself tonight. He made up valiant effort, and kid's explosive. They got a huge offensive line, and I'm sure that took some things away from them. But, Coach Cole, they got a fine program, a good team. 12-1 last year, whatever they are this year, 10-2. So, I mean, they're doing things right, and that's what I'm saying. We beat a good team, and we're a little worried about it coming in because this is really I thought coming in was probably the best team we've seen all year, maybe kind of identical to Forney and what they did.
Okay. So the question then is the status of Taylor Tatum and how is he doing now, because we couldn't tell. We thought we saw him limping off, and so we're not sure what's hurt and what isn't.
Yeah, well, we pulled him in halftime.
Right.
Went in the trailer and they did some X-rays. I don't know. It was not a lower extremity. It was upper extremity. But I'm not a doctor or trainer, so I don't know. I just know he was pulled at half. We told him he wasn't going back in.
Okay, and obviously the rest of your running backs and your offensive line seem to do just fine, as usual.
The offensive line did a good job tonight. Those backs ran well, and we had some big plays. And the fullback position didn't get a lot of carries. When they did, to make most of it. I thought they did an excellent job blocking tonight too. Jameson Darrensburg, I got to give him some credit. The kid played both ways all night long. He played some tight end for us and also played defensive end. But that's just, that's the kind of kid he is and kind of football player he is. He very intelligent. He played tight end for us for 2 years, and we moved him to defense. And he comes in there and he ain't missed a beat. So somebody did a good job coaching him up. I'm not going to give Coach Ashley that credit. But no, he did an excellent job.
Kelvin Washington tonight, 14 carries, 139 yards, almost 10 yards a carry. Then he had the 66-yard touchdown reception as well. The guy's an incredible weapon to have, especially when you got to put Tatum on the sideline for the second half.
Well, we're fortunate to have good running backs, and Taylor and Boosie kind of complement one another. And, I made a comment before the season started, when Boosie touches the ball, good things happen. And it does, whether it's a kicking game or handing it to him, throwing it to him, you name it. He's a special talent, and, of course, Taylor is as well, and he gives us a 1-2 punch.
So the last time we looked, Lancaster was leading Frisco Wakeland by a score of 28-10. We think it was going into the fourth quarter. It's kind of hard to get updates. If that holds up, first of all, are you surprised?
Not really.
Okay.
I knew Lancaster was a good football team. They went through their low point of the season. They battled and got in the playoffs, and once you get in here, the records don't matter. It's about who's hot, who's playing well, who's healthy. They're talented, and they're playing with confidence now. They're 1-0 this week, just like we are. And they got the same opportunity we have next week. We'll play them on Friday in Forney. Time to be determined. I'm not sure how Forney did tonight, but there's some things we've got to work out logistically. But we will be in Forney on Friday after Thanksgiving.
Okay, very good. So we'll keep you up to date on what the kickoff time is and all of that, and let you know.
We're going to sell tickets Monday and Tuesday at the athletic office. So I better get them Get them Monday or Tuesday, or you'll have to get them at the gate.
So, what did you tell your team at halftime when you had that huge lead after you got down early and the ball game just completely flipped?
Well, it's not coach speak, but I told them, I said, it ain't over. These guys are talented. They can make plays. That ball bounces funny ways. So I said, you got to keep your foot on their throat, see if you can choke them out. You can't go out there and go through the motions and just think you got the ball game won. And lo and behold, we'll go out there the first drive and absolutely stink it up and have to punt. And I thought, here we go. But our defense, I guess, was that the drive Willie got the pick in the end zone?
I think you're right. Yes, sir.
Anyway, we got the ball, and then we went and punched one in and extended the lead to 31, and I kind of felt better about it.
Final score, Forney 26, Frisco Lone Star 24.
How about that?
The district's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, 3 teams still playing. I'm not surprised. Forney's a good football team. Yeah, they're very talented. And, it's Lancaster's talented, and, the Lobos ain't bad themselves.
No, they're not bad at all. Okay, so where is OJ going to be tomorrow?
I'm flying to Atlanta tomorrow, baby.
It's a night game at least, right?
Yeah, it is. So I don't have to get up at 5 a.m. and catch a flight. Last weekend like to kill me. But they got Syracuse at home, and we'll get in there around 1:30 and see if the Yellow Jackets can pull one out and get bowl over.
All right, what's your schedule like as far as Thanksgiving week with these kids now and getting ready for a playoff game?
We follow the same schedule we do for like Labor Day practice. We'll practice in the mornings. We have 7:30 a.m. report, 8 o'clock we start practice. We'll practice Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then Thursday on Turkey Day we'll come in. Same time we'll be through in about an hour. Send them out of there at least by 9 o'clock, so they can go spend Thanksgiving with their family, and then we'll work out the Friday report time when we know the game time. So, but it'll be a normal week, as normal as you can make it. Our kids have done a great job of showing up, both the varsity and the JV. You got to have bodies to practice against, and I think Lobo Nation, and in particular our players, understand to make plans to be playing football during Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's pretty normal situation, isn't it?
It is, and it's. I have a lot better Thanksgiving when I'm practicing. When we're not playing, I'm not much fun to be around.
Well,
I got to go home and listen to some certain individuals, and I don't want to hear their crap. So I'm gonna put that nicely, So anyway, Uncle Dale, if you're listening, I ain't coming home, baby.
Yeah, and we don't want you to be upset when you come up here and visit with us either, so just so you know, okay?
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck to Haynes and Georgia Tech tomorrow night. Let's get that bowl-eligible thing going there.
Yeah, the big huge for them. So I'm excited, but it's a great win tonight. Proud of these kids and the fans that showed up. That was they got here. I wasn't sure when the game kicked off, but they showed up, and that's Lobo Nation, and it'll get bigger next week.
That's awesome. Johnny, anything you wanted before I turn him loose?
I think that this was the best defensive effort we've had this year.
It's pretty good now. They're good on offense.
Yeah, we played good on both sides.
What'd you think about the offensive performance? We didn't throw it to the tight end. You going to let me off the hook?
I don't understand that. It was open out there.
Tell you why we didn't throw it to him. He too busy putting his hooks on that defensive end blocking.
I'll take that.
When that was working, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Everybody knows, Coach King knows when that's working. Yeah, we ain't getting out of that.
We're okay with that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're okay with that. Well, again, congratulations. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you next Friday night.
You bet. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Coach John King of the Longview Lobos, Brian Houston, along with Johnny Vaughn. Once again, want to say thanks very much for listening to the ball game tonight and powering through some of the internet issues we had in the fourth quarter, but we appreciate that. Final score again tonight from Mesquite Memorial Stadium is Longview 52. Frisco Reedy 14, and the Lobos will take on Lancaster next Friday night in Forney, and we will let you know about a start time when we find out about that as everything gets sorted out. But we do want to say thank you for listening tonight. Once again, for Matt Morton back at the station, and Johnny Vaughn here, for Matt Houston, who helped out with the spotting tonight. We really appreciated that. I'm Brian Houston. Have a great Thanksgiving and a great weekend. We'll see you next Friday night in Forney. You've been listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Thanks for listening to the Longview Lobo Postgame Show, an exclusive broadcast presentation on 106.5 Jack FM.
Also brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced, just better. This is who we are. And they know it too.
You've been listening to Longview Lobo High School Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
The Longview Lobo Football Radio Network, presented by Peter Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview. Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The law offices of Sorey and Hoover. Eastman Credit Union. First Choice Personnel. Sophie's Car Wash. Bish RV of Longview. Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. The Bug Police. Flood Out Restoration. McDaniel's Quality Body Works. And Telco Plus Credit Union. This is the Lobo Nation on the Longview Lobos Radio Network. 106.5 Jack FM.